pa pa, priki pa pa. Welcome to Top. What did I put here? Welcome to Top Events in Southern Idaho. Pum 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 pum. Today, I'm going to tell you some really popular events throughout all of the seasons that are happening here in Southern Idaho. We'll put sound effects on that. Okay. In no particular order, we've got 10 events in Southern Idaho that I think are pretty cool that you should probably go check out. Here we go. Number 1, Hoshone Falls After Dark. Hoshone Falls After Dark is a light show. Happens in spring, and it's just a bunch of lights lighting up Hoshone Falls. Looks really cool. You get your tickets at visitsouthIdaho.com, and tickets sell out really quick, so just keep an eye on it when they go on sale on visitsouthIdaho.com. It's like a promo video for Visit Southern Idaho. Yay! Okay, everybody get some tickets to see this Hoshone Falls After Dark. So it's just lights. All right, cool. And then they do like rainbow effects. Whoa, look at that. Bam! Flash, 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 flash. Cool. Okay, that's it for Hoshone Falls After Dark. Moving on to number 2. Another popular thing that a lot of people like to do in Southern Idaho is go check out Highway Music Fest 30. Music Fest Highway 30. Highway Music Fest 30. Highway 30 Music Fest. There it is. Okay. They got this band, so freaking cool. This guy with the violin kills it. I gotta find that guy. I never thought playing a violin was so cool until I saw this guy going rocking out his violin. So cool. You gotta hear these guys. They're usually always on Highway 30 Music Fest. Gotta remember the name. All right, so yeah, you gotta check out. What are those guys' names called? It was like the I don't know. It's a really cool band. So yeah, cool band. You gotta check it out. They're really good. Okay, moving on to number 3. Again, still no particular order. Beer Fest. If you like beer, this is you gotta go to this. Okay, you get some tickets. You get what are you trying to say? Were you like you're trying to say don't talk about when I got drunk at Beer Fest? Don't talk about Sarah really liked this. She enjoyed it like so much. She enjoyed it a little too much. Anyways, Beer Fest is you get these tickets, and then they got all these different beer vendors and wine vendors. I think there's even wine vendors there. I'm not 100% sure. They got all kinds of IPAs, beers, and it's just a great way of like trying out a bunch of beers. I'm like, oh, you get the ticket, you're like, oh, you get a beer, drink your beer. It's a bunch of people drinking beer at a park. There it is. Boom. That's what it is. That's what Beer Fest is. Bunch of people drinking beer at a park. Cool. All right, that's Beer Fest. Moving on to number 4. Boop, 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 boom. We are. What is this? What do you think this is? Brrr, brrr. It's number 4. the Regatta. This is like, I went to this last year and I was like, this is so cool. More people need to go check this out. Basically, it's just a bunch of boats going really fast around this island. And then they're just going so fast. They're like, it's like there's like this atmosphere, you know, like with the boats going fast and, feels like you're part of something pretty cool. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like the noise, like the boats going so fast. Even things for kids, they're like kids competition where kids were competing with these little boats. They're just like, yeah, and they're like popping up and down, you gotta get them started a little bit. It takes a while, like if, you gotta do it right or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool. They go really fast. And then there's a guy like a rodeo announcer. And 36, and then he's going so fast. 200 miles per hour. I don't know. It sounds like there's a rodeo guy there as well, announcing it. So it kind of makes it more like, yeah, go. I don't know. Moving on to, is that good? You think? Fast boats going really around a circle really fast, and then there's people that you can talk to as well. They love telling you about their boats. Everybody's super nice. Like anybody that I went up to and I was like, hey, you want to talk a little bit about your, they're like, fuck yeah. People were visiting from everywhere, all over the state to participate in this. So that was kind of cool, people were visiting all over the U.S. to do this. It's like a hobby that people have, and they're like, we gotta go to the Regatta. So yeah. Moving on to number 5, Art and Soul of Magic Valley. I think it's Art and Soul. It's just called Art and Soul. I did a whole video with Art about this. So if you wanted to get all the details on how this works, just watch that podcast. But basically, Art and Soul is this, to try to summarize it. Artists around the whole world can show their work in southern Idaho. So like they do cool artwork. A business will sponsor like a venue, and then people around southern Idaho, they come out and check out the artwork, and then they vote which one is the best. It helps the artists because they win prizes. There's a bunch of prizes that they can win. So it's really cool, just kind of like going around town. They have these yellow flags, and you just go check out all this cool artwork just being displayed all around Twin Falls. So that's Art and Soul. Okay, moving on to number 6. Number 6 is Rupert's 4th of July. I gotta say, Rupert puts on some really, really cool events. And this was the first event that we were introduced to, was their 4th of July parade. We went over there, and it was like the best 4th of July parade that I've saw. I was like, this is so cool. More cities need to do it like this. So definitely you got to go check out Rupert's 4th of July parade. And you should also check out their Christmas lighting. So many people come out to this thing as well too. They got all kinds of things happening, like the parklets gets lit up. Santa is actually there too. He is the one that turns on the light switch that lights up the whole entire park. There's like people riding in like these hay bays? Is that what they're called? Hay bays? Hay bales? I don't know. They're in a tractor, and then there's being, they're going in circles. Kids love it. There's a tunnel. I helped make that tunnel. There's some projection mapping happening. There's just so much stuff happening over there. You got to go check out 4th of July and then the Christmas lighting. So we're just going to group that together. Cool. All right. Moving on to number 7. Pooch Splash. Pooch Splash. This happens once a year, and it's at Durkee's Lake. And typically it happens when it's like the last day. They're like closing the park essentially. Like that means like the lifeguard is no longer there. It's just like a park essentially, So it's like their last day when they're in operation. And then what happens is they allow dogs, bunch of dogs. If you have a dog and you want to let your dog play with like 100 dogs, all jumping around, and they just love it. All the dogs love this. They're just jumping in the water, swimming around. It's like the best day for dogs. Like this, if you have a dog and you don't take your dog here, you should reconsider your whole life. Why are you so mean that you're not taking your dog to this event? This is like heaven for dogs. They just run around like crazy over there. It's so funny. Anyways, that's Pooch Splash. Moving on to the next one. Number 8. This is another event that I'm part of. Lights and lasers. So on the last one, I said we shine lights. On lights and lasers, this typically happens at a golf course. This happens at Canyon Springs Golf Course. And there's a bunch of lasers. Lasers, not lights. Lasers this time around. And there's like a show that basically gets put on. Everybody's kind of like in a field. They're watching this laser show. And it's just like lasers. It's kind of cool being right underneath them because they just shoot over your head and you can see the beam of the laser going. It's like, whoa. And then last year we even had drones come out, and there was like this whole drone show as well. But that only happened on like one of the events though, so it didn't happen on every one of them. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You should totally check it out. Lights and lasers happening at the golf course, Canyon Springs Golf Course. Is that what it's called? Canyon Springs Golf Course. Shooting at the wall. They're like pew 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 lasers pew 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 lasers. All right. Moving on to the next thing is we've got the Haunted Mansion. Ooh, this is obviously happens during like Halloween. So it's a seasonal thing, but it's totally worth it. Go and check out. You gotta get these tickets. Totally worth it. They have all these buildings and you're like, wow, people are scaring you. They really put on a show. I feel like you definitely get your money's worth over there. The only thing is lines. Stupid lines. God damn it. It's so good that there's got to be lines. What can you do? I don't know. But again, really cool. Really cool. Totally worth checking out. You got to go check out the Albion Haunted Mansion. Ooh. Ghosts. Spooky. Boom. That's so stupid. Okay. All right. We're almost at the last one here, people. Number 10. How could we forget about the fair? The fair happens at the Filer Fairgrounds. And you've seen the fair. What do you want me to say? You know, like, do I even have to show you any footage of the fair? They've got rides, they've got things, you know, booths, they've got animals, pigs, horses, big ones, little small horses. Sometimes they do stuff in the rodeo. Oh, actually, they do that all the time. Monster trucks! Roar! Boom! I don't know if that actually happens. Sometimes. Alright, that's it for top 10 events in southern Idaho. Monster truck! Boom! See you on the next one.